Grinding. Shaping material by bringing it into contact with a rotating abrasive wheel or disc. They can be portable grinders or fixed bench grinders. It's a safe job if you follow the rules. If you ignore safety or ignore proper grinding procedures, it can be an extremely hazardous job. You're the only person who can make it a safe job. Always follow your company's operating instructions and, of course, the manufacturer's recommendations for safely operating the equipment, abrasive wheels, and discs. We don't intend to cover all the safety rules associated with grinding. We just want to provide some information to make you more aware of safety when operating grinders. An abrasive disc is made of bonded abrasive with inserted nuts or washers, projecting studs, or tapped plate holes on one side of the disc, which is mounted on the machined faceplate of a grinding machine. Only the exposed flat side of an abrasive disc is designed for grinding. An abrasive cutting wheel is designed to be mounted either directly or with adapters on the spindle or arbor of a grinding machine. Only the periphery or circumference of an abrasive cutting wheel is designed for grinding. Some of the causes of personal injury involving abrasive wheels and discs include failure to use eye and face protection in addition to the eye shield mounted on the grinder, holding the work incorrectly, on bench grinders, not using the tool rest properly or not maintaining proper adjustment of the tool rest, using the wrong type of wheel or disc or a poorly maintained or imbalanced wheel or disc, grinding on the side of a cutting wheel, taking too heavy a cut. Grinding must be done smoothly. Applying work too quickly to a cold wheel or disc. Grinding too high above the center of a wheel. Failure to use wheel washers or blotters. Vibration and excessive speed which lead to bursting of the wheel or disc. Certainly there are many more practices that can cause injuries, but this list points out the need for proper training, using serviceable equipment, and following your company's policies and procedures. If you're not sure about something, check with your supervisor. Okay, a few safety tips before we get into the good stuff. Although portable grinding operators don't usually worry about the air supply of the compressor, it is extremely important that you have the correct pressure, usually about 90 pounds, for maximum performance. It's a good idea to check the air pressure available at the tool when the tool is running. Air hoses need to be inspected every day. Damaged, cut, frayed, or unserviceable air hoses must be repaired when they are detected. Be sure to use only the proper size locking hose fittings to keep the air pressure at maximum throughout the entire line. When connecting the grinding tool to the air hose, clean off any dirt and grit on the connecting nipple. Activate the air hose to blow out any moisture or dirt inside the hose. When changing tools, always use the valve to shut off the air pressure. Never kink the hose to cut off the air. There's no need to take chances. Go ahead and do it right the first time. Before we review how to check your grinding tools, let's take a minute on abrasive wheels. These wheels are a very important part of the safety effort. Wheels should be stored according to type, size, and speed, with all bins clearly marked. Proper storage of all wheels is extremely important. Never drop or bump an abrasive wheel or disc. The smallest crack in your wheel or disc can create problems when the wheel is used. The blotter on every grinding wheel provides the manufacturer's recommended maximum operating speed. Use a wheel with a speed equal to or greater than the grinding tool rated speed. Never use a wheel with a missing blotter. We can't overemphasize the fact that abrasive wheels are extremely important and must be properly stored, handled, and used according to your company's procedures and the manufacturer's recommendations. When you get ready to install a new wheel on your grinder, it should be inspected carefully. Even if the wheel looks good, there may be tiny cracks not visible to the naked eye, so give it a ring test. We cannot adequately explain the ring test in this program, so be sure to follow your company's procedures. Generally, the ring test goes like this. Suspend the wheel with your finger or other object and tap the side of the wheel gently with a non-metallic object, such as a wooden screwdriver handle. Listen for the bell-like ring or tone. If the wheel is not defective, you'll hear this ring. You should check the wheel in several places to get this ring. If the wheel is cracked or defective, you won't get that distinct ring. Generally, it will be a dull sound. Again, this demonstration cannot show you how to properly conduct a ring test, so follow your company's procedures. But by all means, always test your abrasive wheels. The next step is to properly mount the wheel on the grinder. The wheel and mounting flanges must be clean to ensure even contact without causing any pressure points. Never use a straight wheel without blotters. Wheel flanges should always clamp against the blotters to distribute the clamping force evenly over the wheel. The arbor shank should extend through the wheel with threads showing both in and through the outside flange for full nut mounting. The end nut should be carefully tightened with a hand wrench. Tighten just enough to hold the wheel firmly, but don't over-tighten, as that can cause wheel stress. Remember, these wheels rotate at a high rate of speed, and making incorrect mounting procedures can create dangerous conditions. Most portable grinders have guards. Never remove any guard, and never operate any grinding tool if the guard is missing. Removing guards is a major safety violation that can lead to serious injury. One last thing on grinding wheels. Keep grinding wheels and discs out of water, oil, or grease. Liquid absorbed into the wheel can throw it dangerously out of balance. Regardless of the type of grinder you use, proper procedures and manufacturer recommendations must be followed exactly. After mounting a new wheel on your grinder, always check it before using it. Hold the tool under a steel bench or inside a casting. Make sure everyone is out of the way and turn the grinder on. Leave the grinder on for about a minute at full speed. If the wheel is defective or mounted improperly, the wheel may shatter. Always check a new wheel before applying it to any work. Another safety tip when starting with a cold wheel, apply it to the work slowly until the wheel gradually warms up. Make smooth contact with the work. Excessive force just slows the air motor and overloads the grinding wheel. Undue stress can lead to breakage. When you're finished grinding, it's a good practice to let the wheel come to a stop while it is still in contact with the work. Always store the grinder in a rack or tool holder. Don't leave the grinder lying around, ready to be bumped or knocked off the bench. Grinding operations are important for your company, but following safety rules, procedures, and the manufacturer's recommendations are equally important. Maintenance of grinding tools is important as well. Each grinder is designed and rated by the manufacturer to operate at a definite maximum speed. This is the highest speed at which the wheel used on a specific grinder should be operated. Speeds in excess of the maximum rating is unsafe. Periodically, all tools should be checked for proper speed. Install a speed counter on the tool to determine the exact speed of the tool. Good maintenance on all tools and equipment is critical for safety and maximum efficiency. Fixed or bench grinders have the same basic requirements for using, handling, and storing of abrasive wheels. One important safety feature on bench grinders is the tool rest. The tool rest allows the operator to position the material on the wheel for better and safer grinding. The tool rest prevents the material from getting caught inside the metal guard. This tool rest should be positioned 1/8 of an inch from the wheel. As the wheel wears down, the tool rest should also be adjusted to maintain this 1/8 inch clearance. Never operate any bench grinder without the guards in place and the tool rest adjusted to 1/8 of an inch from the wheel. Abrasive wheels get extremely hot and need to breathe. The pores inside the wheel allow it to do this. If you grind soft metal, such as aluminum, brass, or other soft metals, you run the risk of clogging these pores and causing the wheels to shatter. Don't grind soft metals on abrasive wheels. We've talked quite a bit about equipment, tools, wheels, and some basic safety tips. Let's now review some personal protective equipment grinder operators use to prevent accidents. Safety glasses top the list, but safety glasses only protect your eyes. Face shields provide face protection. When wearing face shields, safety glasses should also be worn. Gloves protect your hands from flying grit, dirt, and sparks, but also consider the hazard involved when wearing gloves. Generally, you should never wear gloves near moving machinery, as gloves could get caught in the moving parts. However, heavy grinding may require the use of gloves, so follow your company's procedures for wearing gloves in grinding operations. Respirators protect your lungs from the hazards of dust, fumes, and other small particles that can enter the breathing zone. Proper ventilation may provide some protection, but when respirators are required, be sure to select the proper protection for the job. Proper clothing and footwear are also necessary for protection. There are many rules, procedures, and protective equipment that are essential to make your job safe and healthful, but nothing is more important to the program than you. You have the responsibility to work and act safely. No one else can do it. You are in charge of safety, and it's up to you to make it an effective and accident-free program. You are the only person who can make it work. If you're not sure about something, ask your supervisor for information. Don't take chances. Follow the rules. Safety is important to you, the company, and your family. Thank you.